What's up, y'all? You're watching Union Minded. I am your host, Eric, and today, since it's cold, let's talk about hitting them slopes. And as you think about that, let's go ahead and say nope. You know why? There is a strike happening on the slopes. Who knew? Newsweek put out an article on January 6th talking about the strike. And I would love to share it with you because it's informative. And it's something that previously I had not put much thought into the idea that the folks that help you at ski resorts are unionized. At least some of them are. And they're on strike. And before we dive too deep into this article, I want to give you a little bit of historical context because there's something that we as workers have forgotten. And it's not really that we forgot, it's that we are not educated on this stuff, and unless you search out the information, you're not going to receive it in a public school education. You're certainly not going to receive it in a private school education. You may receive it in college if you decide to take a labor history course and try to increase your awareness of what's happened. We have to understand something as working people. The working economy in America, since its inception, has been to exploit working folks. It started out with indentured servitude, and when that didn't work, those owners imported slaves and they decided to steal people's life force in order to make a profit. So to think that some CEO or some owner of a company is going to be benevolent and just give you wages that are going to help you sustain life is laughable. It's ludicrous. It's the definition of insanity to think that these greedy bastards who have attained massive wealth and power through the exploitation of their workers and the hoarding of the profits, to think that those folks would look out for you, you got to be delusional. You got to be delusional. Let's understand where we are in history and how this economy was built. This economy was built on the exploitation of workers. Make no mistake about it. From the very beginning, over 500 years ago, from the very beginning, it's been exploitation, murder, pillage, screw the working man, screw the working woman, screw the peasants, screw the proletariat, screw them, and dumb them down, propagandize them, make sure they don't believe anything that is of value or truth. And if anyone is speaking some truth and uniting them, murder them. If anyone speaks truth to power and creates a grassroots movement, murder them. Martin Luther King, murdered. Malcolm X, murdered. Fred Hampton, murdered. Murder them all. Whoever comes to unite working people, murder them. Albert Parsons, murder them. The Haymarket Affair, murder them. Understand what we're up against. Now, with that context that I just provided, let's dive into the article. There is a massive U.S. ski areas remain shuttered after patrols strike in Park City. Massive U.S. ski areas remain shuttered after patrols strike in Park City. This is in a Newsweek article published January 6th. With ski season underway and snow accumulation making for good trail conditions, visitors to Utah's Park City Mountain may be in for a surprise. The largest ski resort in the United States, which usually touts 7,300 acres of skiable terrain, has garnered long lift lines and limited trail availability as ski patrollers enter their third week of strikes. Deirdre Walsh, Chief Operating Officer at Vail Resorts, which owns and operates 42 mountain resorts, including Park City Mountain and Vail Mountain, told Newsweek in a statement via email that this was not the holiday skiing and riding experience anyone wanted. Why does it matter? Skiing and snowboarding are popular in the United States with about 14.9 million skiers and 7.5 million snowboarders averaging a run each year, according to Ski Center. There are 480 ski resorts across 37 states in the United States. Vail Resorts owns 37 of those, including Park City Mountain in Utah. The Park City Professional Ski Patrol Association represents 204 ski patrollers and mountain safety staff. Their strike began on December 27th as a result. Their strike began on December 27th. As a result, Only 25 of the 41 lifts are open at the time of writing, and 103 of the 350 trails are available to guests, according to the live tracker on Park City Mountain's website. Typically, around 120 patrollers cover Park City Mountain. Margot Klingensmith, a representative for the union, told Newsweek. What to know? The ski patrollers are demanding a $2 increase in their hourly wage, increasing their pay from $21 to $23. The proposal was presented in September, but Vail did not agree. Negotiations had started in April after the workers' last contract expired, according to Klingensmith. A press release from Vail Resorts said the company has raised ski patrol wages by 50% over the past 4 years. An average wage is now $25 an hour. Vail Resorts is offering about a 4% raise in the current negotiations, which is about a $1 an hour pay increase. Now, you're regular class, working class people. Let me ask you something. Over the past, year or two, has the cost of living gone up more than $1 an hour or so? I know in my life it has. I'm paying more for groceries and gas and everything else than I have in the past. So it's ridiculous to think that $1 raise is sufficient. It's just ridiculous. This effort extends beyond just compensation. It's about ensuring respect and safety for all mountain workers. A GoFundMe set up by the Park City Professional Ski Patrol Association reads, "We believe ski patrol should be a sustainable career path where dedicated professionals can thrive, not just survive." Walsh suggested on Monday that it's never been about $2, but instead that the strike's demands equaled $7 per hour more. Ski patrollers are in charge of monitoring hazards like icy patches and fallen trees. They mitigate risks and ensure the safety and well-being of ski resort guests. They are also trained in first aid and rescue techniques. Our patrol teams are essential to ensuring a safe, well-managed environment on the slopes, and when these teams are undermined by a lack of trusted leadership, it puts both guests and staff at a greater risk. A letter to Vail Resort CEO Kristen Lynch on December 31st reads, The union lists in its GoFundMe that it is negotiating to establish an entry-level base pay rate of $23 per hour, which they suggest would adjust for inflation since March of 2022. The group also aims to enhance benefits and educational opportunities and implement a wage structure to reward skilled and experienced patrollers while addressing wage compression. Klingensmith told Newsweek that there is currently a plateau in wages around the 4th or 5th year working at Park City. Even still, she is making more than some of the people that I'm learning from who have been here for 10 to 15 years. Imagine that. You get to a pay rate and you keep working at the place, and because you're at the top, you can work 10 more years and never get a raise. Can you imagine the audacity of an owner telling you, I know you've been here for 10 years and haven't had a pay increase, but screw you, get back to work or quit. That's the problem with with looking up to these billionaires and millionaires and acting like they're benevolent. They're not. These aren't gods that are looking out for you. These are overlords that are trying to take everything from you. Your life force, in order to line their pockets. Understand something. You wake up every day and you got to go to work. That's your life force they're taking from you. The Park City Professional Ski Patrol Association argues that a pay adjustment would encourage long-term retention while also maintaining a highly experienced patrol team that can ensure safer conditions for everyone at the resort. So where is the ski patrol strike? The strike is centered in Utah at Park City Mountain. However, it is affecting other mountains as other employees support the strike. The Aspen Professional Ski Patrol Association wrote an op-ed in the Aspen Times noting their standing with the Park City Union. Solidarity is so important in order to make sure that you can win these strikes, because when workers stand together, the bosses can't beat that. So when did the Park City strike start? It started on December 27th. Again, as negotiations were failing, they decided to go on strike because they found that you had to put pressure on the owners, otherwise they're not going to move. Who owns Vail Mountain? Vail Ski Resorts in Colorado is part of the Vail Resorts Company. The ski resorts is the third largest in the United States. They are valued at around $10 billion. Talk about having a very profitable business and then just shortchanging your workers. And understand something, the people are supporting these folks, and we should support them too. That's what I got for you on this lovely day. My name's Eric. Remember that the fight's not left and right, it's up and down. It's going to take solidarity to win always. Each one teach one, get out there and reach one. And remember, there could be no union without you and I front and center. So let's go.